So there was this kid at work. He asked me, "Hey, why aren't you, talking about being locked up no more, telling those stories?" And man, those were good. And I enjoyed you telling stories about being locked up and this and that. I want to hear more. I want to hear about this. I want to hear about that. And I had to tell him I'm not really talking about that no more. I don't want to. It's people are doing it, and there's plenty of dudes to watch. Doing it, and there's just only so many stories you could tell, and half of them I don't even want to remember. And I spent a lifetime, you know, years trying to just forget that, and being embarrassed of getting locked up, and you know, telling people I've never been, lying on job applications saying I'm not a convicted felon, I'm not a convict, and now here I am on video, telling everybody about it. And it seemed to me more of a, like, almost like I was glorifying it. I wasn't, but I felt like I was. And I don't know if people are, or if it's just, them telling stories. And to some people it sounds, you know, fun and interesting. I'm going to tell you right now, the two things I remember most about being locked up is the boredom and being hungry. Those are the two things I remember most, man. And I've lived in cells and I've lived in dorms, and the cells were better, but I have a really bad claustrophobia. So man, when that door shut and it didn't open for a while, you really got to get mentally strong and deal with it, because you can't just hit the button or yell for the guard, or you know what I mean. It don't matter. You're stuck. You're staying in there. And then in the dorms, it's just a lot of disrespect. There's more fist fights. There's just more shit to deal with in the dorms. And the other reason I don't really want to talk about it no more is I think I almost felt like I was like back in that world, that whole convict world. Like I was back on parole and I wasn't even on parole, because I kept getting pulled over. I got arrested 3 times last year. I mean, one was a misdemeanor assault, 2 were suspended license charges, but it all could have. I was doing reckless shit, that I could have been sent back to prison for. And I just don't want to do it no more. It's just it's just too much. It was just I don't really watch the videos anymore. I watch some dudes' videos, but they're doing their own thing, and they ain't always talking about prison and being locked up. And because I don't know, man. Before I got into all this, watching these, man, I never watched that shit. I never wanted to talk about it. I never talked to people about it. It was just something you forget, and you just put in the back of your head, and you leave it there and it stays there. And that's what I want to do, because I got people that want to hear my story now, how I'm doing now, and that's the way it should be. If you live in the past, you're most likely depressed. If you live in the future, you're most likely anxious. So you got to live present day. It's today. Tomorrow. You worry about tomorrow. Be the best you can be today. Do the best you can today. If you screw up, you know what? Every night has a sunrise, you know? You're going to be able to do it again. There's three faces you have, you know? There's there's a face you show the world. There's a face you show your people, your family, your friends. And then there's a face that you see in the mirror. That face, that's who you are. That's who you really are. Not the one through the world, not the one you put on to the friends. It's the one when you look at in the mirror and you say, I don't like what I see, then it is time to make some changes, you know? If you're happy with what you see, keep doing what you're doing, you know? All I know is the older I get, the more I realize I wasted so much time on nonsense, man. And I thought I knew everything, man. From 25 to 35, man, I thought I knew everything. I didn't know shit, man. I just thought I did. It was life's been a learning experience and it's been humbling, you know? The older I get, the more, you know, I don't give a shit about 22-inch arms no more, you know, when that's all I cared about. All I cared about was having a big ass hood on my chest, you know what I mean? Now, I'm down to 190 pounds, man, and I'm naturally a skinny guy, you know? It's just the way it is. You know, that's how my genetics made me. And for so long, they called me Bones growing up when I played football, and it's because I was so skinny. And it just bothered me, man. I just wanted to be big so bad, you know? And then I spent years getting there, and for what? For what? To lose it in 6 months when I stopped taking certain drugs? Um, it wasn't worth it. It wasn't worth what I did, the damage I did to my body. It wasn't worth the damage I did to my family. It wasn't worth any of that. If I was making money and, you know, and I was a better person, and I mean, what ifs, you know what I mean? It could have been worth it, but, you know, for me and how everything turned out, it it just wasn't worth it, you know? I I should have cycled better. I shouldn't have used as much. You know, I have a horrible memory now too, and I think it's because of the Xanax abuse or something, man. But I sometimes I can't even remember yesterday, man. This morning, it was crazy, man. I was I've already given away like 3 pairs of Ray-Bans because I just lose them. You know, I leave them somewhere, I drop them or whatever, and I just bought a pair. You know, and I spent 5 minutes just freaking out, walking back to where I was and checking air, and the whole time I was wearing them, and I didn't even realize it. It's, you know, I'm just saying, man. If you're young and you're doing crazy shit, it's gonna catch up. It's this that lifestyle ain't sustainable. It's just not. You know, you pay for your sins one way or another. I ain't trying to preach, man. Do what you want to do. I'm just telling you what I went through. You know, and a lot of people are going through it right along with me, and that's why, man. I don't give a shit who, you know, how many subscribers I have, how many likes I get, or I don't care about any of that, man. I have people on here that, man, they're enough. You know what I mean? All you dudes, you know, as much as I help you, man, you guys equally help me. Trust me, because it's nice, to have people say nice things about you, when I've gone a lot of years, you know, just being phony, trying to be somebody I wasn't. And now that I'm being who I am and people are, you know, liking it, it's cool, man. You know, makes me feel better. I'm not perfect, man. I'm never gonna be perfect. I'm gonna fall off. I'm just that way, man. I'm still reckless. I still say stupid shit. I still do stupid shit, but I think every day I get better, you know? So, that's why I don't really talk about prison stuff, jail stuff, being locked up. It's in the past, and I ain't going back. Future, I can't see. Not going there either. I'm living today. If I wake up tomorrow, I'm gonna do it again, and I'm gonna do it better. That's all I could do. Nos vemos, mi gente.